Hey everyone, it's Kit.Nicole and welcome back to a new episode of Beyond the Box for Operation Christmas Child. So if you've been with my channel for a while, a couple years ago I was just doing that goals series that I called Beyond the Box, and was just like highlighting some of the countries that Canada sends the OCC shoeboxes to. Didn't do it in last couple of years, I didn't do anything last year because there hadn't been much change to the list of countries that Canada sends to, and I was just way too busy last fall or last year in general to try to find some other countries that the other sending countries sent to, but whatever. But there is a change to the list of countries that Canada sends to for this year, and we're going to highlight that new country. Also, do not be alarmed, I am not cold, I'm just cozy. So it is literally like, 1:38 in the morning. I just finished work and this is my cozy attire. So anyways, and look at these gloves, aren't they amazing? But anyways, so we are going somewhere warm. If you still think I'm cold, we are going somewhere warm. So the new country on the sending list for Operation Christmas Child Canada is Cape Verde, or they prefer to actually go by their Portuguese name, which is Cabo Verde. Cabo Verde, it is replacing Guinea and Sierra Leone on the Canadian sending list this year. I'm guessing maybe one of the other sending countries might be sending boxes there, who knows. But anyways, so this is new. And like I mentioned before, Cabo Verde, that is their Portuguese name, which they prefer to officially be called instead of like the more English Cape Verde. But anyways, their capital is Praia on the island of Santiago, and they are an archipelago type nation. So they are just a cluster of islands, kind of like the Philippines is. They are located off the west coast of Africa, more specifically off the west coast of Senegal. So that's another country that Canada sends shoeboxes to. Now, for their flag, the flag has two horizontal blue stripes at the top and the bottom of unequal sizes, which represents the Atlantic Ocean. There are two white stripes with a red stripe going through the middle of them. On top of these stripes, there is a ring of 10 stars, which represents the islands of the archipelago. The white and red stripes represent peace and national resolve towards nation building, and together with the blue, that also signifies ties to both Portugal and the United States, thanks to ethnic and historical ties. This flag became official on September 25th, 1992, marking the new future chosen by the country after the election of 1991. I won't be diving that deep into the history, but there was a lot of things that did go on. So their national flower is the Gerbera daisy, and their national animal is the manatee. Reading that, you know you're a 90s kid when Barbara Manatee is playing in your head, but I digress. So the land has 9 inhabited islands, 1 uninhabited island, and several islets. It's divided into 2 groups. There is the Barlavento, or Windward group, in the north, and the Sotavento, or Leeward group, in the south. The islands vary in geology, with flatter and older islands on the east and more mountainous islands in the west. There is an active volcano on Fogo Island, which is called Pico. So climate-wise, temperatures tend to be pretty stable throughout the year, but they can be extremely arid. February is actually the coolest month, with temperatures going into the low 20s, and that's Celsius. August and September are the hottest, going to the high 20s, and also the wettest. Torrential downpours can cause significant damage to the area, and thanks to being so close to the intertropical convergence zone, there are 2 seasons here, which can both be unpredictable depending on how much moisture comes through the wind and water currents. And just so you know, because of those the wind and water currents, a lot of their hurricanes that the U.S. kind of experiences actually kind of tend to generate around Cabo Verde first before traveling across the ocean. So, population-wise, there, as of the latest numbers that I could find, is they have around 491,100 people. The people are largely mixed African and European descent and are often referred to as the Mestizo and Criollo. There are small populations of African descent minorities, which include the Fulani, Lante, and Mandiaco peoples. And also of the European descent, a lot of them connect with Portuguese, Italian, French, and English. There are also descendants of the Sephardic Jews that were some of the earliest settlers in the area due to the Spanish Inquisition. Now, language-wise, Portuguese is the official language. Criollo, which is one of the oldest Portuguese Creole languages, is most widely spoken though, and it does vary from island to island, which has created challenges in trying to create a standardized dictionary to be used like in the schools and just in general. But faith-wise, a majority of the population are Roman Catholic, but there are some Protestant groups and other minor religions are also practiced as well. The Catholic tradition here bears a lot of African flavor to them, from music, dance, and processionals. And while there is many that have a Jewish heritage, it does not appear to be practiced on the island. Education-wise, it is compulsory for primary education. It is compulsory primary education, which begins for children between the ages of 6 to 7 years of age and lasts for about 6 years. After this, they transition into 2 phases of secondary school, which both lasts 3 years and 2 years. So a little bit of an equivalent of like middle school, high school here. There are 2 universities, the Jean Piaget University of Cabo Verde, and then which was established in 2001, and the University of Cabo Verde, which was established in 2006. There are also more specialized institutes for teaching, nursing, nurse training, engineering, and maritime technology. About 2/3 of the population was illiterate at the time of independence, but the number has changed to only 1/5 by the early 2000s. Despite this, there is a disparity between the literacy levels of men and women. Okay, so historically, there isn't much evidence of settlements on the islands before the Portuguese in 1462, but it's possible that other African groups, Phoenicians, and Moors have intersected with the islands as well. The island was used as a trading port where slaves, gold, and ivory were often traded for supplies. After several attacks in the 1500s by pirates and the English on the city of Ribeira Grande, and finally after an attack by the French in 1712, the capital was moved to Praia. Cabo Verde has been used as a fueling station since the 19th century because of its deep waters, and it also saw a lot of port activity until the Suez Canal opened up in 1869. So the administration of Cabo Verde was held jointly with Guinea-Bissau until 1879. In 1951, the status of Cabo Verde changed to overseas province belonging to Portugal. And in 1961, all the inhabitants were given Portuguese citizenship. Independence was given to the country on July 5th, 1975, due to the events taking place in Guinea-Bissau, which triggered a coup in Portugal. In 2013, the government requested that the Portuguese version of the country's name, Cabo Verde, be rendered as the official name in other languages, where the English version, Cape Verde, had been previously widely used before. So, almost done. Culturally, there is a great blend of Portuguese and African culture throughout the literary, musical, and artistic scenes. Oral narratives, which are called Nho Lobo tales, draw from this in the characters of Tibo Lobo and Chibonho, which take after certain counterparts in Western African folklore. Several Catholic holidays are celebrated, including Easter, Christmas, All Saints' Day, and the Feast of Assumption. To be honest, I don't think I've ever heard that last one, but then I'm not Catholic. So anyways, national holidays include National Heroes Day on January 20th, Children's Day on June 1st, and Independence Day on July 5th. Football, or soccer, is the most popular sport here, though interest in basketball is growing. Football matches are played at all levels of society, and they also include competitions between the Barlavento and the Sotavento Islands. A traditional dish is the cachupa. There we go. It is like early in the morning after all. So the traditional dish is the cachupa, which is a stew made from mashed maize, onions, green bananas, manioc, sweet potatoes, squash, and yams. So that's everything that I have for Cabo Verde or Cape Verde. And this is a new country that Canada is sending shoeboxes to for 2025. Thanks for coming on this little expedition with me. Just a reminder, Collection Week is coming up very soon here in Canada. It is November 18th to the 24th. You can go to the OCC website just to check to see where your drop-off locations are. In the US, I think it's the same dates, same deal. If you're in the UK, or one of the other sending countries, check your local websites for those dates. But have yourselves a good day. I'm going to film one more video, then I'm going to go to bed. But yeah, happy shoeboxing and stay blessed. Bye.